Lakeland University, Z-Bar,
Canton, we're tied!
Cannon and Dunphy, Loyal Family Renovations, Tsunami Express Car Wash, Steam Fitters Local 601, Big Fish Contracting, SVA, a professional services company, WeatherTight, and Network Health on the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service.
It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey.
Riding with you every mile since 1977.
Are you currently seeking more control over your high-growth company? SVA Consulting has been transforming businesses for nearly 20 years. We take a unique approach to solving your business technology needs by first identifying your business problems and then applying the technology needed to solve them. With over 90% of our business coming from referrals, our track record shows that our unique approach proves that we consistently provide measurable results to our clients. To learn more, visit svaconsulting.com/growth.
I'm Julie Leary, attorney with Cannon and Dunphy. We have all experienced loved ones aging. As they age, we struggle with finding how best to care for their changing needs. If you have a loved one who may be the victim of nursing home abuse, please call us right away. Our first meeting will be all about how best to move forward with your case, and there is no cost.
To learn more, visit Cannon and Dunphy on Facebook, Instagram, or their website.
Sausage and Baseball with Old Scrap Iron, Phil Garner.
It's been well over 100 years since Abner Doubleday invented the game that would become America's pastime. About that same time in Milwaukee, a young Frederick Usinger was perfecting some old world sausage recipes. Now, nearly 150 years later, both are still going strong. Some things are just too good to tinker with, the perfect game and the ideal food to go with it. This summer, enjoy America's best, Usingers and baseball. It's just not summer without them.
Get out of here and go!
Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from American Family Field, here's your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Unfortunately, an all too familiar feeling. Another shutout loss for the Brewers. And it's 12 wins in a row for the Twins. Make it a dozen. Come back home after the off day, hoping after all the good mojo from Wednesday against the Guardians that you can keep the good times rolling here and try to snap a winning streak on the other side. Game 1, not the case. They'll try again tomorrow. The Brewers have an offense issue. It's the truth of the matter. It's a timely hitting issue. It's a consistency issue, and it's a bottom third of the order issue. And, you know, you've got a sample size now. It's not, you know, something that is, this kind of snuck up on them. You got a sample now, so what are you going to do about it? That's the question that the Brewers are faced with right now. I mean, we talked about the team meeting from Tuesday in Cleveland after getting shut out in back-to-back games and how poorly they had been playing on that road trip, and then they respond. I'm not saying, oh my God, have another team meeting. That's not what they did tonight, but it's just something a little off. Some folks on social media asking, is it a shakeup? Does something need to change? It's performance at this point. I mean, one of the things that I noticed today, you know, I come out for early batting practice, and the guys are doing all their early routines, right? William and Jackson are usually the first ones out here, and then there's a few other guys. And there's bunting practice, and they have the velo machine on. You can go into the batting cage and use the traject system, whatever it is. But, you know, the main thing on the scouting report today, Joe Ryan throws heaters. Be ready for a tailing heater. It's kind of a unique pitch because it comes from a wide slot, and it really has some really good movement on it, and he pairs it well with the splitter. But he's going to throw a heater. And it just felt like there were so many times today the Brewers were in an 0-2 count or a 1-2 count, and, oh, my God, I got a heater. This is the scouting report. Nobody throws more fastballs in baseball than Joe Ryan, and it's a good fastball. I don't want to sugarcoat that. But there were times that the Brewers just could not get good wood on it. Now, they did the third time through and had an opportunity there briefly with some bad luck in the sixth. Terrain flies out to the warning track in the 6th. Contreras rockets a double to right center field, but then Yelly grounds out on a well-shifted second baseman in the hole, and then Reese strikes out looking on a perfectly located fastball at his knees, which is a pitch that you have to let go because he's been locating the splitter so much, right? You have to think, all right, what's my process here? He hasn't been locating fastballs low. He's been locating fastballs up. So anything down, I'm thinking it's the splitter, and that's what he wants me to chase at. And then what does he do? He finally shocks you and locates a fastball at the bottom of the zone, and you're down looking, and I have an empty at-bat. That was the kind of day that the Brewers had offensively against Joe Ryan, who I tip my cap to, but there's no highlights to get to because the Brewers were shut out for the 5th time this season. And the sobering reminder is here's the company the Brewers are in with 5 shutout losses as an offense this season. Okay, they're now tied for the 5th most in baseball. Here are the other teams with 5. The Texas Rangers, who only scored 1 run yesterday against the Astros. Today, they scored 3 but lost 6-3 to Houston. So the Rangers, and they had a hitting change, leadership change. The Rockies, they've also had a hitting coach change. The White Sox, well, they're the White Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays have 6 shutout losses this year. The Baltimore Orioles have 6 shutout losses this year. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds both have 7 shutout losses this year. So that's the company you now keep, having 5 for the Brewers. I'm not implying anything on the hitting coach front because when we start talking about hitting coaches, what needs to change, that sort of thing, it's like you're just looking for a scapegoat at that point. And I just don't think that's the right way to go about things. I'll never call for somebody's job in a tough stretch in May. And quite frankly, I think the Brewers have a really good mix of hitting minds. And it's not like these are unfamiliar guys to the organization. You've got Connor Dawson, who's been here the last few years. Eric Tyson has been in the minor league system for the Brewers. He knows these guys that have been coming up. And then you got Al LaBeouf, who's been in AAA for all these years. And he is such a welcome, smiling face for the Brewers. More of the mental, the psyche side of things for the crew and what they do on the offensive side. So if you want that take from me about the hitting coaches, go somewhere else. Like I'm not even going to entertain that thought. That's not my job to talk about, whether or not the hitting coaches should stick around. That I think they deserve a longer runway because remember, for Tyson and for Buff, this is their first years in the show. Connor Dawson's been here before. He knows what it takes. It's May. But yet, what adjustments are going to be made? That's what I think we're most looking forward to for the crew, to see them get back on track. I mean, today, it's pretty simple to figure out what went wrong. The bottom third of the order, once again, today went 1 for 10. And then if you include Churio, that makes it 1 for 14, going 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. The only other time Churio had at least 4 strikeouts in a game was opening day when he struck out 5 times. It's a blip. It's a bigger blip than you would hope for at this point in the year, but the Brewers lose the opener to the Twins. We'll talk about it in just a moment with Craig Kashan. I wish I had a more positive outlook on this, but the reality is they didn't score. And they went over with runners in scoring position. It's a pretty simple reason why the Brewers lost this game. Take a break, come back with more after this on 620 WTMJ.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars Night bauble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
UW-Madison is one of the country's leading hubs for supporting life-changing research and building a skilled workforce. An investment in UW-Madison helps make a healthier Wisconsin, build strong businesses, and win the war for workforce talent, not just at Madison, but across our entire state. Visit uwalumni.com/UW5 to tell your legislators to support UW-Madison in the Wisconsin state budget. That's uwalumni.com/UW5. Paid for by the Wisconsin Alumni Association.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Do you love the simplicity and enduring quality of Scandinavian design? Then the Fjords factory-sponsored sale at Ken Michaels Furniture is for you. Inspired by tradition and built to last, Fjords brings the best of modern Norwegian design to your home. Save 20% on these ergonomic recliners and sofas engineered with comfort in mind. Available with manual or power options. Stop in today and save 20% on Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown factory showroom. Get a better night's sleep and save money on a Milwaukee mattress. For over 70 years, our family has been making mattresses and selling them direct to your family. By cutting out distribution costs, you can save up to 50% and get a better night's sleep on a premium mattress. Go green with natural latex. Reduce tossing and turning at night by reducing pressure points on your body. This is one of our most popular mattresses. Stop in today and take a test rest at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Phone number 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620. Sounding Unlimited WTMJ talking text line. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Josh in Greenfield, yikes, where have the bats gone the last week plus? This has really become painful to watch. A third consecutive series loss would feel awfully deflating. Agreed entirely. Looking at the overall numbers here for the month of May, specifically with runners in scoring position, the Brewers are second worst in baseball in the month of May with runners in scoring position. A 178 batting average is second worst. Their 538 OPS is also the second worst. But the odd part about all of it is they're not striking out an exorbitant rate. In fact, they're striking out less than others when it comes to with runners in scoring position. It's just a matter of hard contact, and we've heard that for quite a while now for the Brewers not being able to cash in with men in scoring position. Another text here from Doug. Brewers must have missed being shut out. Right back at it tonight. What do you think the odds are the Brewers could win 12 in a row? Well, this is disappointing. Well, we'll dissect that in a moment with Craig Kishon. But Milwaukee, if you're looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs, look no further than Fifth Third Bank. With a local team right here in Milwaukee, they know how to hit it out of the park every time. For 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making that helps your business thrive. Experience the local decision-making and experience the unique commercial banking value the only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. You know, looking at the offense today for the Crew, 27 out of 34 plate appearances today began with a first pitch strike. 7 1-0 counts. 7. I mean, part of that is tip your cap. It's like, wow, they were throwing strikes. But at the same time, again, that scouting report, Joe Ryan throws strikes. He does not walk hitters. That was never his MO. And the Brewers, they drew a walk in that first inning, and that first inning was the whole story of the game, in my opinion, when the Brewers were able to get a couple of guys aboard for Sal Frelick and really work some counts, 30 pitches long for Joe Ryan, but couldn't get the job done there. Then Joe Ryan takes that and runs with it, striking out the next 6 batters in the game. That immediately zapped all the energy for the Crew. And give kudos, though, on the other side for Chad Patrick, as poorly as this started, right? Having 6 hits in the first 10 batters of the game. He only allowed 2 more the rest of the contest and still gets a quality start. You know, going 6 innings and 3 or fewer earned runs. He kept the Brewers in it, and Joe Ryan made sure they stayed out of it. Gave up some loud contact that third time through, but then ultimately that strikeout we described a moment ago. But from the first inning till the 6th inning, the Brewers didn't have a hit. The leadoff single from Terang, and then the double from Contreras, the third time through the order. In between that, you've got 6, 7, 8 strikeouts and 1 base runner. And a lot of quick counts, too, in the bottom third of the order. Caleb Durbin's in an 0 for 19 right now. Joey Ortiz went 0 for 2 today. Isaac Collins struck out in his lone pinch hit outing with runners on first and second against the bullpen. as we said, I mean, it's a cliche, but it's the truth. Hitting's contagious, man. And we saw it be contagious on a positive note on Wednesday, and now we've seen it, be more of a virus as of late with another shutout loss today to the Twins. What I see from the Brewers, moving Jackson Chourio down, this is something I want to save for Craig Kashan, and he's just finishing up his television duty, so we'll take a breather. But, Chourio falling down to the 6th spot in the order, and Pat Murphy talked about it before the game today, of just trying to ease some of the pressure on him, but yet he found himself in an 0-2 count all 4 plate appearances today. He had a base runner on in 2 of the 4 plate appearances and a run-scoring opportunity, and obviously did not make contact. And then you look at the middle portion of this order. Contreras, another multi-hit game is great, but Yelly, another 0 for. Reese cooled off today, an 0 for 3, but he had some bad luck with a great diving stop by Royce Lewis in the 4th. That could have been a knock. Frelick just missed that ball in right field, hit it off the label. Could have been a 3-run homer to take the lead in the 1st. Instead, it's a fly out. But 1 single for him. Terang had 1 single. Just need some positive, contagious energy right now for the Brewers offense because they didn't get it done in the 1st, and then they never really had another opportunity after that. 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620 on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Stormfisher with Stormfisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
Active Liver is the easy way to get a daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way. Stay up to date on all things WTMJ with podcasts of every show available on WTMJ.com. And don't forget you can stream WTMJ online and watch your favorite WTMJ shows on YouTube. Every show, when you want it, no matter where you are. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ.
You'll find that the licensed and certified electricians from Quality are top-notch. We've been around for over 60 years, so expect nothing but the best. And here's the kicker. With over 60 vehicles out there on the roads, you're not going to have to wait very long at all for the electrical service you need now. This is Anthony Zanevsky. For all your residential electrical needs, call Quality.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. At Quality, we offer the most respected brand names in heating and air conditioning. Armstrong and Carrier. It doesn't get any better. And our technicians are top-notch. I know, because I handpicked every one of them. They're vetted and thoroughly trained. Hey, they're the cream of the crop. And that's why our quality workmanship guarantee is the strongest in the business.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers fall 3-0 to the Twins in the opener of the weekend Border Battle Series with Minnesota. I'm Tom Cotroneo. Craig Kashan is here as well now. Craig, what do you think the odds are the Brewers could turn around and win 12 in a row? Looks like we're trying to crank up the audio there on Craig Kashan here in just a moment, but we'll get to that in a second. A reminder about the Twins. The Twins were a team that started off extremely slow. They're now 25-20. And I'm just pulling it up now. I mean, they were 6 games under 500 at the start of this month. They were 13-19. They lost 2. In fact, they fell down to 13-20, so 7 games under 500 before this 12-game winning streak. So now we go to Craig. And Craig, what do you think the odds are the Brewers could win 12 in a row and turn this thing around and feel like they're in this?
Well, I did hear you the first time, and I did give you a long pause because I'm not sure they can pull this off right now. I mean, my goodness, they've been shut out 3 of the last 4 games, 5 with the last 14. I don't know, dude. This offense right now, they need some help. I mean, let's just face it. We've been talking about this for over 2 weeks now, and for a good chunk of the season as well. So I don't know what that is either. I mean, I feel like Pat Murphy might be out of answers for how to explain what's going on here. I heard him. Tonight we had it on the TV side already. Just he's trying to see the good things out of, and progress, those type of things out of some of the young guys. And I'm sure that's all there. But, they still have some underperformers here right now. And right now, all that together is not hardly adding up to anything.
When Pat Murphy has to come to the podium and talk after another shutout loss like this, I understand where he's coming from when he brings up the injuries and the youth of this team, but there's nobody in this starting lineup today that I think the Brewers didn't expect to be in their starting lineup. And I know he's, wearing it, trying to, deflect and point in the other direction, that sort of thing. He's doing that because he can't sit up there on the podium and say, hey, play better. And I don't want to be that blunt about it here on the show, but the truth is, it comes to a point where, okay, you're at May 16th, you can see improvement, but at the same time, you need to be the improvement, right? And I think the Brewers, sure, they can show signs, but fans understand that it's a long season, but at the same time, they don't want to see 5 shutouts in the first 42 games or whatever it is, 45 games that we've played this season. So I see where Murph is coming from and seeing the improvement. He called out Joey Ortiz. We'll play it later on in the program, but the hesitation to say that they can't win 12 in a row, 12 in a row is really hard to do. But to say that this team can't get hot and win 6 or 7 in a row and feel like, or go on a stretch where they go like 10-3 over a 13-game stretch, that's what this team really needs. 12 in a row is a lot to ask for, but we haven't seen them get truly hot. And because you haven't seen it, we sit here questioning, like, well, can they do it? And I think that's the worry right now.
Well, I think, winning 4 or 5, getting a sweep in a series would do absolute wonders for this team right now. Offensively, they probably have very little confidence. Let's just be honest about that. Who would at this point? There have been a lot of tough at bats for a lot of guys here right now, and even the guys that were like Bryce Terang, who was hot early, he's going through a little bit of it. He had a base hit and a couple of stolen bases all in the first inning here of this game, but William Contreras is battling his injury, and he's trying to, the biggest thing for William is he's done a pretty nice job over the last couple of games, improving the way he is approaching his offense here right now, and he's done a good job. The problem is he didn't have anybody to bring around. No one's been on base enough. Christian Yelich is back in a funk here right now. Rhys Hoskins, they've been riding his bat for a while, but most of the time he has been hot. There still, again, haven't been enough base runners, and I think Sal Frelick right now offensively, to me, continues to be a wild card. He showed a lot of power in that finale on Wednesday. And then tonight, maybe some weaker outs again. So, and just not a ton of production, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. The problem is, and we all know what Jackson Churio is going through here right now, too. He struck out 4 times swinging today. He was moved down to the 6th spot in the lineup. So he's going through some stuff. Everyone's going through some stuff here right now. And then they've got, young kids on the left side of the infield who still don't know how to be a consistent major league hitter right now. It's not happening for those 2 guys. So I don't know, Dom. I don't even know where we're going half the time on these conversations, because at the end of them, you still don't have a lot of answers.
I want to bring up, I want to tread lightly, because I want to be honest, though, too. If you're going to move down Churio to the 6th spot in the order, and I know he's 21, it's a different guy that I'm about to bring up, but I wonder what moving Yelly down would do. I don't think they would do this, and I'm not even wholeheartedly recommending they do this. But given what they've told us about the fifth spot in the order, right, and how often the fifth spot leads off an inning, what if you put Yelly fifth? And then it becomes, well, who do you bat third? And that's a fair question, and it becomes different. But I just wonder what you need to do to get Yelly going, because he has a blip, and they say, okay, yeah, that looked familiar, and then he goes on a 3-game stretch where he goes like 1 for 11 with 5 strikeouts. So it's just, consistency is hard to get in the big leagues. Everybody knows that, but I wonder what's the best way to get Christian Yelich going. Is it put him back in the leadoff spot just to force the issue, or is it move him down? I wonder what could be the solution, because in the center of this all, every single guy has something they can work on in this lineup. And at the center of this all, if Yelich is continuing to hit third, they want to get him performing sooner as opposed to later, because that's part of the reason why the Brewers got off to such a hot start last season.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting, topic, where to put, Yelich right now. And they have, Murph has been willing to mix guys up and down in this lineup so far this season, which, quite frankly, I think is refreshing. But you're right, Yelich has been in that top 2 or 3rd spot or 4th spot pretty much the whole time. So I'm not opposed to that at all. I mean, you and I talked about this the other day. I'm not opposed for any of these guys like Christian Yelich and Joey Ortiz or whoever it might be that's really struggling here right now to take not only a day off, but maybe 2 games off, just not start and come in as a pinch hitter later in the game. Something along that line. I don't know really what the answer is, but I certainly wouldn't mind seeing the lineup continue to juggle. Today it definitely juggled. I like Bryce Terang at the top of the order. I also like Jackson Chourio up there, but one guy's hitting and the other one isn't right now.
Yeah, tough. All right, we got to talk one quick positive on the other side of this break. Chad Patrick, he pitched very well today, and the bullpen was solid as well. Tyler Alexander quietly on a good run. Talk about that next on 620 WTMJ.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Whether you're a bird enthusiast or simply enjoy the sight and sounds of nature, our Enchanted Gardens Songbird Supreme bird food is a must-have year-round. Get a 20-pound bag of Enchanted Garden Songbird Supreme on sale now through May 18th. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. For more than 8 years, QC Kinetics has been the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for joint pain. You heard that right. Non-surgical relief. More than 50,000 patients who had knee pain, back pain, now living pain-free. Those with shoulder and hip pain, it's gone. The regenerative cell therapy restores tissues in your achy joints. Dr. Caravelli's team uses biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed in your joint. And there's no surgery. Remember that. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life, repairing the old tissue. Here's what you do. You call today, 414-285-3474, 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers fall 3-0 to the Twins. I'm Dom Cotroneo with Craig Deshawn. Brewers Extra Innings brought to you by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. This Memorial Day, Cider is honoring veterans with 5% off, but that's year-round, not just a holiday deal. Every day. It's their way of saying thank you. Book now at Cider, SEIDER.com. With the way this started, I said before you joined, Craig, that Chad Patrick allowing 6 hits in the first 10 batters, including a hit by pitch in there as well. And you're like, oh boy. And the bases are loaded, and it's already 2-0, and then 1 run later on a double play. That was it. And I really saw some moxie today from Chad Patrick to keep the Brewers in this game the best he could, and he guts out 6 innings. There is bullpen activity in the 5th inning for him, and he still goes 1, 2, 3 in the 5th, allows a soft single in the 6th, and then the next 3 in order. I really liked what I saw from Chad Patrick today, and kudos to him being able to bounce back from a tough start.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I was I don't think looking at that first inning, with the hit batter to lead off, I mean, you can't start a game any worse than that, right? I mean, you got your don't have your command, control, and you hit the first batter. I also thought Minnesota's approach early was just clearly, singles are fine here. Just keep it simple. And I thought the Twins' offense, I thought they came to play. I mean, it was just getting an early lead for them to bolster Ryan to come out early with a lead against the Brewer hitters. Everything worked to the Twins' probably game plan early in the game. But on the total flip side for, the rookie to get out there and hold his composure. A lot of guys would crumble facing, that first inning and how things went. And then to come out in the second inning, a lot of traffic again, bases loaded, nobody out. Only 1 run scored that inning. And then he really took care of business after that big double play, Dom. And, you're right. He showed us some moxie. He said that they changed the game plan, after that first inning. William did, Hookie did, and the kid responded. He was like, okay, I can handle that. Tell me what to do. I can handle that. What's your idea? I like that idea. Keep us in the game. They did a great job with it. They really did. 3 runs, 6 innings. I'd take that any day.
The thing that I want to monitor with Chad Patrick, and maybe the biggest ingredient for him to become a bona fide, is developing some sort of strikeout pitch or some sort of strike to ball pitch. He throws a lot of strikes, and maybe some would say too many strikes. In fact, we can look at a little bit deeper into the numbers here beyond the box score. Zone contact rate, just simply how often are the opponents swinging and making contact on pitches in the zone. The cutters specifically, 100% today were the Twins at swinging at cutters that were in the zone and making contact. Now, I'm just saying, if you can develop a pitch that turns into a swing and miss, he only threw 6 non-fastballs today, the slider and the changeup, and even those got hit hard today too, right? So he's still learning how to add something to his trio of fastballs. That is going to be a hard ingredient to find for him, but the reliance on the cutter might need to come to an end sooner, and that's what one of the adjustments you might have seen today.
Yeah, and you're right, and I agree with you. And it happened. It happened early, and he clearly recognized it as well. I mean, he's going to get there. But look, the toughest thing to do is to do this at the major league level.
For sure,
we've seen very few pitchers, especially great hitters. You become really good when you can make these adjustments on this level, and I think he has the ability to do that, and he's definitely in the right developmental team to be able to pull that off. So this is one of the reasons why they got this guy, and are counting on him to do some big things. So hopefully he'll continue to develop, and this team, like I said, Dom, they need him right now. You just don't know what's going to happen with some of these veteran guys that are injured. Are they going to make full comebacks? Are they going to be able to help the rest of the way? You just don't know. This may be spinning towards, these young kids carrying this team here down the road.
I agree. All right, Craig Kashan joining us here today. You'll be back with us on Sunday, so enjoy the day off, and watch, you're going to win like 15-0 tomorrow since you're not here.
Probably, but that's okay, man. Get the win.
Let's talk about it on Sunday with Craig Kashan. Appreciate it, Craig.
All right, Tom.
We'll hear from the manager up next, Pat Murphy, after today's 3-0 loss to the Twins on 620 WTMJ.
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickert for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickert on WTMJ.
Do you love the simplicity and enduring quality of Scandinavian design? Then the Fjords factory-sponsored sale at Ken Michaels Furniture is for you. Inspired by tradition and built to last, Fjords brings the best of modern Norwegian design to your home. Save 20% on these ergonomic recliners and sofas engineered with comfort in mind. Available with manual or power options. Stop in today and save 20% on Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown factory showroom. Get a better night's sleep and save money on a Milwaukee mattress. For over 70 years, our family has been making mattresses and selling them direct to your family. By cutting out distribution costs, you can save up to 50% and get a better night's sleep on a premium mattress. Go green with natural latex. Reduce tossing and turning at night by reducing pressure points on your body. This is one of our most popular mattresses. Stop in today and take a test rest at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21. This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers fall in the opener to the Twins, 3-0. Brewers Extra Innings brought to you by Surfside, a proud partner of Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka, and Surfside lemonade and vodka, paired perfectly with a day at the ballpark, and stocked at American Family Field all season long. Let's hear from the manager, Pat Murphy, as, you've heard this song and dance before, unfortunately, because it's the fifth time the Brewers have been shut out. Here's the skipper, Pat Murphy.
Again, I got to give the Twins pitcher credit. You know, the kid threw the ball good. He's got a low release. The ball goes like an upshoot. That's why he's been so successful, right? He's been a really successful pitcher for them over the last couple of years. And we had him on the ropes early and didn't get the big hit. And then he settled down and he just started using that heater at the top and had a nice variety. So I first and foremost give him credit. I thought he was really good, and I thought all the relievers came in and threw the ball where they wanted to, especially located the fastball in and at the bottom, and they made a lot of great pitches. We did have, Bryce Terang could have easily had 3 hits, you know what I mean, and Contreras had a great game. So those two guys swing the bat like nothing. We didn't come through in big situations, and they had 7 hits or 6 hits in the first 2 innings. 6 hits in the first 2 innings, all to the opposite field except for one, and got ahead 3-0. And after that, the last 7 innings, both teams got 3 hits, something like that. So it was a pretty well-pitched game by both teams.
What did you think about how Chad kind of navigated those first 2 innings and then what he showed you the last 4?
Yeah, I thought Chad Patrick continues to show that he has the right stuff, meaning the right insides to pitch up here and pitch in big situations. I mean, yeah, he didn't have his best stuff early. He'll be the first to tell you I was behind in the count. I didn't throw the ball great early.
But William did a great job helping him along, and they battled for the last, 4 innings together, and got through it. And that's what you do to save your whole staff. I thought Alexander threw the ball very, very well. Payamps again. It's about 4 or 5 outings in a row. I'm not sure how many, but Payamps threw the ball good. Alexander threw the ball good, and they gave us a chance. We just couldn't get anything across. And, we've got some guys that haven't caught fire yet. We've got some guys up and down, and they'll give you good at-bats. They'll leave the zone sometimes. But, Turang's been pretty consistent. Contreras is starting to get really consistent. Rhys Hoskins has been pretty consistent. Sal always battles. And so we're getting there, Churio didn't accept this batting 6th very well. He had a rough night, but they pitched him tough too. So a lot of guys had a rough night.
Or if you had mentioned this afternoon that you trust Monasterio as someone who could play short, and he came in there again after you hit for Joey in a big spot late. Is he, Monasterio, someone who could be seeing a little more time at shortstop moving forward? Well,
he's played a couple there, one there. Has he played 1 or 2 there for us?
He played 2 there in Cleveland.
Yeah. I think until Joey gets really more confident. I know you guys may not see it, but Joey is getting a little more confident. It's his second year. It's his first year playing short. We got a lot of second-year players. We got a rookie in the lineup. We've got a lot of young players still that just haven't hit their stride. And you take all our pitching injuries with it. We're trying to survive right now, like I've mentioned over and over. But in Joey's case, he's struggling offensively, but there's signs that he's doing really well. So I'm encouraged, believe it or not. And I don't think he's far away. I think Durbin the same way. I don't think he's far away. Tonight might not have seemed that way. Bowers has been good, pretty consistent for us all year. And Churio, although is not close to how good he can play, he's still done some really good things. And he's really, really talented.
Murph, are you going to keep him down there for a little while and just give him
a look? I'm going to talk to him. I got to talk to him about it, and we're trying to get him to understand the ball strike thing a little better. And when you're hitting in the top of the order and you're swinging at most every pitch, it makes it hard to run in front of him because he's swinging at every pitch. It makes it hard to and I'm not saying don't swing when it's a strike, but when you're leaving the zone, then that's hard to get your offense kind of going. When you're behind in the game, you can't leave the zone. And if everybody comes into it saying, hey, we just don't have to throw them strikes, go above and go away and soft down, then we saw some of this early last year, and he came out of it. So hopefully he will again. I don't know that he's motivated. I don't know if he takes it too personal, or I don't know. He's a young man. We'll get it straightened out. But give credit to the Twins. This is a team that's played really good, and their mojo's going. The balls are falling. They're playing good, and they're pitching really well.
They are. They're playing very good baseball right now. Take our last break and say goodnight after this on 620 WTMJ.
You just can't pass on Less is Glass. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future for businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. We offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help you navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, we're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. Experience the commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scafidi. Don't miss Capri Community's Enjoy Life Active Aging Symposium on Wednesday, June 4th at Elmbrick Church in Brookfield from 8:30 to 3 p.m. This is a free and fun event for older adults 55 plus that celebrates active aging, featuring speakers like John McGibbon and Jennifer Bartolotta, exhibitors, goat yoga, speed friending, raffles, food, music, and much more. Make the day your own. Pre-register at EnjoyLifeSymposium.com. That's EnjoyLifeSymposium.com.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jack Centurio Star Wars night bobble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today. He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Alrighty then, we'll say goodnight here. Tomorrow, 6:15 first pitch. We're on the air at 5. Brewers warm up. Trying to get back on track. And if you're somebody that syncs up your television, tomorrow's game is on Big Fox. So keep that in mind, Fox Channel 6. Not on FanDuel. That will be back on Sunday, which is a 1:10 game, and we'll be on the air at noon. But I'll be with you for postgame for both of the next 2 contests. Tomorrow, we're expecting Tobias Myers to start. It was virtually confirmed before the game today, as Tobias was sent down in Tampa, then has come back up now for Quintana's injury. The Brewers did say today before the game that they expect Quintana to hopefully spend the minimum on the injured list. An MRI revealed mild inflammation, but nothing further than that, which gave them some good news to chew on. And with Tobias back, you've got Freddie going on Sunday. I imagine Quinn Priester, the Brewers have not announced their probables for the Orioles, but I would imagine Quinn Priester would go on Monday. Logan Henderson would go on Tuesday, and then you're right back here to Chad Patrick on Wednesday against the Orioles before they begin a 4-game set in Pittsburgh, taking on the Pirates next Thursday night, and then you're back in this cycle again of Tobias probably for one more, because Quintana's not eligible to come off until the 26th. Keep that in mind. Brewers will try to get back on track tomorrow, and the key is scoring runs. The whole point of the game is scoring more runs than the other team. They know that. You know that. They're back to 3 games under 500. It is May 16th. We're peaking at the panic button, but we're not hitting it. We're peaking at it. A few folks, I think, agreed on the text line. Appreciate everyone who reached out tonight. Our thanks to our producer, Matt Yazel. I'm Dom Cotroneo. We'll talk to you tomorrow after the game once again, hopefully with brighter skies. Until then, keep on swinging.
I gave it a shot. I came in and had the procedure done. To me, it was amazing because